So what is up, guys? This is Nick here from Everything Tech, and welcome to this iPhone 6s Plus versus Samsung Galaxy Note 5. Now, I know these phones have been out for quite a while, but as the new iPhone 7 Plus comes out and the Note 7, which is now unavailable, you know, these two devices are still, I think, pretty hot, and I think people still are trying to get these devices here. The iPhone 7 Plus lost the 3.5mm headset jack. Now, I know a lot of people are saying that's getting a little bit old to talk about now, but some people that still matters to them. Let's be real. It still matters to some people. Now, the Note 5 is still an awesome device. It does not explode. I've had it for months. It does not hiss. It stays cool to the touch. Actually, this phone never gets hot. It's a very, very solid phone here. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about them. So the iPhone 6s Plus is going to go for right around $500 on the used market, $750 at Apple, or $650 if you go with the 32GB model. So they upped the storage on the 6s Plus to 32 entry and the high end, the 128, which this one is the 128 gig. But basically, you get an aluminum build here, a 12 megapixel iSight camera, a Retina HD 1080p display here on the front, 5 megapixel front facing camera, Touch ID second generation here, and that's pretty much it here. You get an A9 CPU with 2GB of RAM and iOS 10 out of the box if you buy it new. Over here you do have the Samsung Galaxy Note 5 here, which is a metal build, and it does have that glossy feel and, you know, that shininess to it. So it's a very pretty device. I think it's a better looking device than the iPhone 6s Plus in person, but that's just my opinion. You might differ. It does have a 16 megapixel camera here, heart rate monitor here. It does have the stylus for S Pen control here, which works wonderful, by the way. And it does have that clicking mechanism there. It does have a fingerprint scanner as well, which is, I think, a little bit quicker than the 6s Plus from my experience. We'll show that later here. It does have a 5.7 inch 2560 by 1440p 2K display. And it does have right here a 5 megapixel camera. So they're very close in terms of specifications except for the screen. But let's go ahead and boot these guys up here really quickly at the same time in 3, 2, 1. Now, I do want to mention that the Samsung Galaxy Note 5 is a much more ergonomic device for its size. You can see it right here. It's just a smaller device. And on camera, it's a little bit hard to see, but the Note 5 does feel much better in the hand in terms of the whole, just handling it because of the curved sides here. And it does cram smaller bezels on the side as well as a bigger screen and a smaller body here. But the iPhone 6s Plus is not hard to handle if you got decent sized hands. I'm just saying that the Note 5 is just a little bit easier to handle. Doesn't make it a better device, but it is easier to handle if you like ergonomics. So let me go ahead and unlock both of these devices. You've seen the iPhone 6s Plus boots up very fast, a lot quicker than it did on the Note 5 here. But we're going to run these guys through a series of application tests. But I want to go ahead and confirm the software on the iPhone 6s Plus here really quickly. If I can get into settings there, let me go down to general here. Let me go to about device, and you can see we are running iOS 10.0.2 here on the 6s Plus. If I go over here into settings on the Note device, I'm going to go and confirm that we are running Android Marshmallow version 6.0.1 here on the Note. Alright guys, so we're going to begin this test with the fingerprint scanner of both of these devices. So let's begin in 3, 2, 1 to see which one is quicker. And it looked like the Note was quicker there. Let me know if you've seen anything different. Let's do that one more time on both of these devices, the Galaxy Note 5 and the iPhone 6s Plus here. Let's go. Look like the iPhone 6s Plus was there quicker, but both of these devices are very fast in terms of the fingerprint scanner. Now let's get into an application test. Let's make sure that everything is closed out here on both of these devices. So you can see everything is closed on both of them. So let's go in 3, 2, 1 into the calendar section of these two devices. Calendar, 3, 2, 1. You can see about the same there. Let's go into clock or weather on both. Weather. Look like the iPhone 6s Plus was quicker. Let's go home here. Let's go into the clock. Looks like the Note 5. Let's go home. Let's go into settings. Look like the iPhone 6s Plus. Let's come home. Let's go into App Store, Play Store. Look like the Play Store was quicker there. Let's go into camera. Looks like the camera was about the even there. Both take pictures very quickly here. Let's go into calculator. Look like the 6s Plus. Let's do that one more time. Look like the 6s Plus. Let's go into the internet browser on both and do a quick test here. Yahoo.com. Yahoo.com here. On the Note, let's go in 3, 2, 1 here. The iPhone 6s Plus was blazing fast there, but the Galaxy Note 5 does have pretty fast scrolling here, as you can see here, whereas the iPhone 6s Plus has more, I'd say, smoother scrolling. So let's go home here. It looks like the Note 5 goes home quicker every time. Let's go into YouTube. And let's see if we could play a video really quickly here. My previous video here looks like it was playing first there on the iPhone 6s Plus. Let's go into the Instagram application on both. Missed that there on the iPhone 6s Plus. So let's come home. Let's go here. You can follow me on Instagram, Nick_Ackerman. I have that link down below in the description as well. I post everything about life and technology. So let's go over here. Let's go into my Twitter. And let's see which one is quicker. The Note 5 showed quicker there. So some points to the Note 5, some points to the 6s Plus. Let's go into wallpapers on both devices here. You see that the Zedge is better optimized for the iPhone 6s Plus here. And let's go into Amazon on both of these devices. And you can see Amazon did open much quicker there on the 6s Plus, but you know, overall, it's not going to really change your experience too much. Let's go into the Maps application there. Look like that was about even. Let's come home. Let's go into a Pi Geek on both. Looks like it was quicker on the iPhone 6s Plus. Let's go home. So the iPhone 6s Plus with iOS 10 animations has pretty much caught up to the speed of going home as the Android devices, but Android is still a bit quicker on going home. So watch this. You see how much quicker it was there home here, but iOS is definitely catching up. Let's go and run some multitasking now. Let's see if any apps have to reopen here. Both are very smooth in terms of just scrolling, but the Note 5 had to reopen the calendar there. So let's see if the Note 5 can catch back up. Let's go into third-party apps such as YouTube. And that would look to be quicker on the 6s Plus. Let's go into Zedge. Let's see if anything has to reload here. And it looked like the Note 5 reloaded the wallpapers in the background there. But let's go into the Pi Geek. And the 6s Plus had to reload there, so point to the Note there. Let's go into Twitter. And look like the 6s Plus. So 6s Plus might be a little bit better in terms of just the overall multitasking abilities, but in terms of just scrolling, the general UI and things of that nature, the iPhone 6s Plus and Galaxy Note 5 are very similar. But where the Galaxy Note 5 does have a lead over the, iPhone 6s Plus is the cameras. I think the camera on the Galaxy Note 5 on the rear is better than the one on the iPhone 6s Plus on the rear, but the front camera on the 6s Plus I think is better than the front camera on the Galaxy Note 5. So are you a selfie maniac? You're going to want the iPhone 6s Plus if you're deciding between these two. If you're a rear camera maniac like I am, you're going to want the Galaxy Note 5 for the rear. But overall, both these devices do offer quite a bit for what they're going for. Now you can get this one on the used market for about, I'd say about $500 if you get the higher storage models such as a 64 gig, a 128. It's going to go from around 500 to 600. Whereas you get it at Apple, it's $650, $750 respectively for a 32 gigabyte or a 128 gigabyte. Now on the Galaxy Note 5, this is a 32 gig. You can get a 64 gig as well. These are going for about $350 to $400 on the used market. So they're not extremely cheap devices yet, but for being only 1 year old, they're still on the cutting edge of technology. Both of these devices have incredible value to offer at a much cheaper price than the latest flagships. I mean, the 6s Plus or the 7 Plus right now is really extremely hard to get, and some people might just want the 6s Plus, and I think it's a great deal still here. But which phone would I choose if you're trying to decide between these two? I'd say they're about even. Really what you're deciding between is Apple and Android here. Really, basically they're pretty much even, and I'd say probably this is about the same assessment I would give if it was between the Nexus 6P and the 6s Plus. But in terms of just overall bleeding edge technology, the Galaxy Note 5 probably has a bit more, I'd say, things you could brag about to your friends. So basically, or even if you're not trying to do that, you pull out your phone, you got more things to talk about, more features to use, and you're talking about, things that you're going to be able to use in your productive life. I think the Galaxy Note 5 offers just a bit more here with the heart rate monitor, with the fingerprint scanner, and that's those two features alone give it an edge over the iPhone 6s Plus for me. Now, some people might say that Touch ID scanner, the Siri application, well, we got Google Now here, the accurate colors of the iPhone 6s Plus over them oversaturated colors on the Note 5. Well, go into display on the Note 5 and let's go to display here and go to AMOLED mode and go into basic, and you can see now we have the basic screen like we do here on the iPhone 6s Plus with the accurate colors. So essentially, I know this might sound biased, Samsung, but that's just my opinion which phone I would choose. Hands down, both of these devices are equal, really, if you want to be real. They're both pretty much equal. It's whether, do you want iOS or do you want Samsung? That's pretty much it, or Android. Both of these devices are very similar in most regards. But, you know, the Galaxy Note 5 with its glass back is probably similar to what we're going to see on the iPhone 8, because I do believe that the iPhone 8 is going to bring a glass back here on the future devices. And the iPhone 6s Plus has that aluminum build, which is very nice. But yeah, ergonomically, the Note 5 is easier to hold, maybe a little bit more fingerprint magnety, but it is easier to hold. This is slipperier because it's bigger and more curved. But yeah, at the end of the day, which one should you go with? Ask yourself, do I want the best of the best of last year on Android? Go with the Galaxy Note 5. Do you want the best of the best of last year on iOS? Go with the 6s Plus. For me, if I only had to choose one of these devices, it's going to be the Samsung Galaxy Note 5. But that's just my opinion. I'd love to hear what you guys think about these two devices. I think they're both great deals on the used market right now. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and click the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel for more technology videos like this. I will catch you all in the next one. Be sure to be well and peace.
Yeah.